Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I think it's
I'm
important
excited
to
about the
know.
fall.
Oh, I'm excited. I love sweater weather, and we have our event, so I'm super excited. But you are coming to us from the West Coast where things are not good right now. So, thoughts and prayers to everybody out there. It's
Yeah.
devastating to see the images in the news, and I really, really pray for rain and
Yep.
help and support from our government. So,
Yep. Yep.
anyway.
Yep. All of those things I've heard from a lot of members, and they do appreciate us all thinking about them. But at the same time, I just immediately go to what if I had to pack a bag or pack a
Yeah.
car and get out
Yep.
on, half a day's notice, even what would I do? So anyway, that is traumatic and it's stress and it's going to be, we're going to have a trickle down effect,
Yep.
because
Sure.
it impacts everyone's health. So thank
Ah,
you.
Anyway, well, look, moving on from those terrible fires, and let's talk about the elephant in the media, menopause.
Okay.
That's a new topic for us.
Yeah.
Menopause. Yeah, let's
Elephant.
crack it open,
Elephant.
as you say.
Elephant in the media. I think you might be referring to a magazine article that landed yesterday.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So Chatelaine has dedicated a big section of their fall issue to menopause, which is great. And I think it's like one of many things that were in the news yesterday. Like CNN did a piece on menopause education in the workplace, and
yes.
the New York Times did a piece yesterday on vaginal health. So
Yeah,
now every day we're seeing multiple mentions. It's noisier than it's ever been.
yeah, it is. And is it reliable?
Well, I think that, you and I have chatted before. Everyone who is talking about women's health, women's midlife health,
Yeah.
perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, all of us have good intentions.
Yes.
All of us are doing this because we want to, make sure that women take care of themselves first. And then I think that many of us also have this like grander vision that we're making a difference
Yeah.
for our peers and our daughters, right? Like that's kind of my mission right there in a nutshell, is like, how can we leave this better than it was for us?
I agree. And in previous conversations, we talked about the fact that it's great for us to tackle this now, but we're doing this as women who have already reached menopause. I'm doing this for future generations as well. So
Yeah.
I agree. Any article, any celebrity that's using their star power to bring this conversation to light, I'm like, amen. It's only making this a topic that's more easy to chat about when we see it in mainstream media. And I think
Yeah.
that's super encouraging.
And as with anything, whether it's our money, our health, our children, parent, like as with any topic, there's always really good things. And then there's always some things to be cognizant of, to be aware of, to
Yeah.
be sort of scrutinizing with. And so I hope that that's what you and I can help listeners to do as well. Kudos to Chatelaine for dedicating that
Yes.
many pages to this topic.
Yeah.
The folks that they interviewed are amazing. Dr. Natalie Gamache is like, you might not know that name yet, but she is a rock star. I had dinner with her a couple of weeks ago. It was the
Oh, okay.
fastest 4 hours in my entire life. I love her. And she was interviewed about the topic of brain fog, as was I. My interview was focusing on my own personal journey with brain fog, which ebbs and flows. It's never really solved for me. It's something that I navigate on an ongoing basis. Sam, core trainer, is featured in the article, and she's speaking at your event on September 20th.
Oh,
So
I love her.
that's amazing. And the power of movement and strength building and exercise. I mean, so really, really excited about that. There was a little piece, however,
Yeah, I think I know what you're
that
going to say.
always irks me. Um, and I don't know how many other people are reading it with this amount of scrutiny, but anytime that menopause in the workplace is mentioned, and there was a little section in there, one, it always goes to the corporate office environment. And I get that. I've said this to you before. But offices aren't the only places that women work. What about teachers, nurses, healthcare workers, service workers,
Yeah.
daycare and childcare workers? Like, so it doesn't always apply. And so I think we have to be really aware that when we talk about workplace, we're not just talking about corporate Canada or corporate North America, but we're talking about all the places that women work, including in the home, by the way.
Yes, of course. I think though, like even in the home and some of those environments, you can, if you are reading this article about a desk fan or a glass of water, that's more doable. I know. But if you are working at McDonald's or you're a teacher, you can't just leave the classroom and sort all this stuff out. It's something you and I have talked about in the HR menopause work masterclass, right? Like that program doesn't apply to people just in corporate Canada. It applies to women in all industry.
In addition, let's be real right now.
Mm-hmm.
Women did not get to be 50 years old so that they could read that it's okay to take a sip of water in the middle of their workday.
Yeah. Or if
That's insane. It's insulting, and it makes me furious
yeah,
that a piece of media is saying, "Oh, here, put a desk, put a fan on your desk.
yeah,
Look, we know how to dress in layers. We've raised children. We've lived for 5 or so decades.
exactly.
Give me a break." What women need is answers to their health questions. And so I'm calling on all media, traditional, social, and otherwise, to step up.
Yep.
Don't set us back 50 years, but let's move forward. So sorry, that's a little bit of a soapbox-ish thing, but
Oh,
it
it's a
distracts.
good soapbox, and I support it because I feel like when I read that, I'm like, this is just another band-aid. And it's not, quite honestly. I get hot flashes so much. Like it's one of the things I suffer with the most. A fan does nothing for me.
I know. Well, the
Like,
root cause of hot flashes is not a lack of fans.
no, no, it's
It's a
not.
lack of hormones that we used to make on our own, and now we don't. So we have to find a way to navigate our journey and to live with that. Yeah.
I feel
Anyway,
like a lot of people read those articles, and again, I really love that they make the effort to connect with women and make us feel like we can talk about this. I feel like
yeah,
they have a really great value, but I'm with you. Like I don't want women reading that, and it to me it's sort of it is what it is, you know. Uh
yeah. Well,
boys
you
will be
and I,
boys.
we
Like
both worked at a magazine, right? We
yes.
know that editors, I mean, they're in charge of a lot of different pieces of content.
Yeah.
So this week they're working on menopause content, and next week they could be working on, something completely different. But it's not necessarily an expert or somebody with lived experience
Yeah.
who's in charge of signing off on that article. So, will that change? Probably not. But I think the message is to your listeners and all those people that are coming to your event next month, and signing up for menopause in the workplace, menopause.org, all those people, this is just a call out to be like, find people that you know, like, and trust,
Yeah.
take in the information, and use it like a funnel. So what comes out the other end of the funnel is going to be what's right for you.
Yep.
And then if you need help along the way, ask us questions, ask for directions. It's
Yeah.
okay, right? You're not the only one, you're not alone. So
I think that's a really great point. And, I just want to enhance that. Like, I encourage women to send their questions in, even if it's in a direct message or private message. I don't care because there's too many women with too many questions and no answers.
yeah,
And that to me is very dangerous for our health because what we don't know, it can hurt us. And we've seen that
yeah,
evidence.
yeah,
So, but I feel like, again, back to magazines and celebrities, women are afraid to talk about it because of ageism and the fact that, they even talk about this in the article, the tropes, the memes, the jokes. Like, it's not funny, and women don't want to be connected to that imagery.
yeah.
So, That's what I love about what we're doing and doing together is changing the narrative, changing the look and feel of menopause, and not overdoing it by saying, "Hey, menopause is amazing. It's empowering. It's this." No, it does kind of suck, but that's only because right now where we're at, we don't have the answers, and women are being told to put a band-aid on it or just get out of my office. Your 10
They
minute
forgot to
meeting is
tell
up.
women that what they actually deserve, which is
Exactly.
they deserve quality health. They deserve to feel amazing. They deserve answers.
They deserve
You know,
information they can trust.
I just thought of something.
But
I was chatting with my daughter Kira, who you know,
yes.
the day before yesterday, and she introduced me to a new word, which
Oh,
is health talk, but it's COK, as in
like TikTok health talk.
right. And so
Right.
I was like, oh yeah. So I'm on TikTok like a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
But women are making health decisions based on TikTok. And
Mm.
the reason I'm bringing that up is because it just occurred to me that your event on September 20th with 9 speakers, 9 experts, is the opposite of health talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the epitome of health talk, TALK.
Yes. Good point. You are good at this wordplay stuff. I
No,
love. Yeah. It just hit you.
it just hit me.
But it's true,
It's
right?
the
Like I feel
opposite of
like
scrolling and,
yes.
you
No,
know,
it's
and
engaging. It's
yeah,
asking, bringing your questions and getting them answered.
yeah,
And you're absolutely right. And I never go on Instagram or TikTok or anything for advice from people I do not know.
yeah,
I like that's how you and I connected. I am part of your community and I always looked at your content and I got answers. But there's lots of stuff out there now. There's so much stuff out there that it is noisy and hard to trust, just like anything that hits the mainstream, right? Products that are coming to market, they're hard to trust. How do you know? And I
yeah,
feel like our conversations, again, are like that book, bring me to the makeup. Don't go to the makeup counter without me. I mean, we need assurance that the information isn't going to cause more problems for us. And I am now at this point with the information I have, I'm tired of beating up on doctors because they don't know. So we have to just stop blaming them and we have to
learn together if you can.
exactly learn together. But you had mentioned earlier a million times, build your own health team. Your doctor can provide referrals or triage you, but like let's give up on the fact that they're supposed to know this. They don't. Right. So most women seem to feel like, well, if their doctor doesn't know, they're at a standstill. They're not. They need to know how to break out of that thought that doctors are everything to your healthcare plan and find the proper resources, which you provide, we provide.
Yeah,
And once they get those resources in their hands, they're more in control of their path
yeah.
to
Be the
health.
bus driver, drive your own health bus
Yeah,
for sure. Love it.
I love it
Can't
too.
get to see you in less than a month.
I know. That's very exciting.
Amazing.
Oh yeah,
It's
we're gonna have health talk, TALK, when you get here.
okay.
And we're gonna do it over mocktails.
Yes,
Ah,
I
Sarah
met Sarah.
Kate's going to be doing some mocktails for us.
Love it.
Oh,
Love it.
excellent. Okay, well, I look forward to our next chat.
Thanks, Jackie.